Jimmy Fallon
That was
reportedly forced Jimin
great,
and
right?
Jungkook in the history of the
believe they pulled
American
that off.
entertainment
I'll see.
industry. It is rare for a late-night TV host to issue such a firm command, especially to foreign guests. But when it comes to the two youngest BTS members, everything changes. In silence, the two K-pop idols landed on American soil late last night, with no official announcement, no media fanfare. And the world immediately burned with unanswered questions. What exactly is being planned? The arrival of Jimin and Jungkook at Los Angeles International Airport was unlike that of typical celebrities. High-level coordination was clearly visible. Security forces moved like train machines, escorting two figures in hoodies and face masks with protocols usually reserved for heads of state or top-tier global music stars. Within minutes, blurry visuals of their steps spread across social media platforms. But more than just sightings, the atmosphere around them felt tense and full of hidden messages. They didn't come merely as artists. They brought something bigger. Rapidly spreading rumors suggested that Jimmy Fallon's request wasn't just an invitation. It wasn't just a publicity strategy. It was a personal demand, tightly guarded and uncompromising. Some from the production circle claimed that Fallon had threatened to cancel the entire episode if both idols could not appear together. A line that then leaked through fan Discord channels was even more blunt. "We don't want anyone else. We only want them." This statement was not only startling, but also implied that Jimin and Jungkook's presence was not just a segment. It was the core of something unprecedented. Speculation spread wildly. Why were the two Korean idols flown in just days after completing their military service? Why was there no official statement? And why, of all programs, did The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon get the first honor of welcoming them back to the public eye? Among all the speculation, one strong common thread emerged. This is a strategic moment with a strong personal message. Some suspected that Fallon had secured exclusive access to a joint project between Jimin and Jungkook that was secret and sensitive. Backstage sources at NBC revealed that preparations were made under a total blackout protocol. All crew signed NDAs, non-disclosure agreements. No outside cameras, no studio audience, no leaked recordings. Everything happened in a silence that ironically sounded a global alarm. Fans around the world began connecting old clues, from pre-return interview quotes, emotional confession notes from Jimin, to Jungkook's silence after a fairly shocking public incident. The strongest rumor currently: Jimin and Jungkook will release a duet song written during their military service. A song said to be a form of personal communication to ARMY, an expression of honesty, gratitude, and healing. One insider even said, "The lyrics feel like an open letter, touching on loss, silent struggles, and promises now being fulfilled." If true, then their appearance is not just consolation, but redemption and tribute. On the other hand, Jimmy Fallon has long shown emotional closeness to BTS. From iconic interview moments to emotional comments on the group's global impact, Fallon is not just a fan. He is a guardian of BTS's narrative on the American stage. So when he insisted on bringing Jimin and Jungkook as the first duo to appear post-military, speculation shifted to a more emotional territory. Is this about more than just music? Is Fallon preparing a space for personal recognition, possibly related to fame pressure, past traumas, or even stories yet untold? Entertainment industry observers view this event as a game changer. Never before has a major TV show like The Tonight Show sacrificed all guest slots for just two people. Fallon reportedly canceled other guest appearances, reshuffled the entire schedule, and even rushed production just to ensure Jimin and Jungkook's performance went smoothly. One source said, "Fallon doesn't just want them to perform. He wants them to speak, in their own way." What makes this moment even more emotionally charged is the visible transformation of the two idols. Jungkook, previously under spotlight for the pressure and trauma from uncontrollable public exposure, now appears calmer yet cautious. Meanwhile, Jimin, known for his gentle gestures and modest face, chose to bow his head, his steps certain but silent.
No waps.
No wide smiles. Yet it is in that silence that meaning began to form. They bring not only their BTS identity, but also the burden, wounds, and hopes they've harbored for 2 years. Meanwhile, the internet is boiling with theories. One of the boldest claims is that this arrival will pave the way for an official BTS subunit between Jimin and Jungkook, or even a launch of their own global project, temporarily separate from the group. Another theory links this to a special documentary project being secretly produced. But whatever the facts, the fact that the two appeared together in a closed format in the middle of the night shows that this is something highly controlled and protected. The most astonishing moment occurred when a blurry photo showed two silhouettes walking into the NBC studio in New York. No fans, no spotlight, just two shadows that sent the world into hysteria when confirmed. They're here, together. This is not a drill. Hours later, a post on X, formerly Twitter, backed it up with a short video of them entering the studio, complete with a timestamp matching Fallon's schedule. I asked this the beginning of a new BTS era? Is this a gentle way to show they're ready to return, but on their own terms? Many predict that after this appearance, a series of revelations will follow. Whether an official project announcement, a song release, or even an honest documentary about global idol pressure. But for many armies, this moment is already earth-shattering. They didn't just return. They returned together. Jimmy Fallon seems to understand the power of this narrative, not just in terms of popularity, but from a human side. In a leaked quote allegedly from an internal studio recording, Fallon reportedly said, "I owe them this. The world owes them this." Whatever is being prepared, one thing is certain. This is not just an entertainment segment. This is a stage for a statement. Now, the world's attention turns to one big question. What will happen when two wounded souls, separated by time and the pressures of the world, stand side by side again in front of millions of eyes? That answer seems to be coming soon. But one thing is already certain. History is being rewritten in Jimmy Fallon's studio, and we are all witnesses to something that will never be the same again. Yet amidst the euphoria and emotional uproar surrounding this event, one urgent question must be asked. Is all this really real? Or is it just a massive spectacle designed to spark a media frenzy? Did Jimmy Fallon truly issue an ultimatum? Did Jimin and Jungkook actually take part in a secret scenario involving exclusive contracts, hidden songs, and undisclosed global projects? Or could this simply be a cleverly crafted narrative, rich in nuance, but empty of concrete proof? It is important to note that most of the current information comes from social media such as TikTok, YouTube, and X, Twitter, platforms known for rapidly spreading news, but often weak in fact verification. Are we witnessing the beginning of a historic moment? Or trapped in a vortex of sensationalism wrapped in emotional symbolism? We urge readers not to swallow information whole. Reflect. Why is there no official statement? Why does the agency remain silent? Could this be part of a global marketing strategy? Or perhaps, is there a narrative being deliberately constructed to create an enticing sense of exclusivity? Is this evidence of reality or a reflection of the collective hopes of fans? These questions are not meant to deny facts, but to encourage healthy skepticism, which is crucial today amidst the uncontrolled flow of information. Because in the end, truth is not only found in what is seen, but in what is questioned. Now is the time to pause and honestly ask, did this event really happen as framed by social media? Or are we all part of a narrative crafted solely to grab attention? We've witnessed an explosion of information on TikTok, YouTube, X, Twitter, and other digital platforms. But how much truth lies in each circulating piece? Did Jimmy Fallon really issue a direct ultimatum to his team for Jimin and Jungkook's presence? Or is that just a viral narrative formed without basis? Why is there still no official visual proof from the studio? Why does the agency choose silence? Is their silence a strategy or proof that this event never truly occurred as imagined? This is where the importance of skepticism and reflection lies. Enticing information often forms a stronger perception than the facts themselves. So we invite you, readers and fans, to ask more deeply. Are we witnessing the truth, or merely loving the idea of what we wish to believe is truth? Let's be wise and critical. Don't let emotion be the sole compass in navigating the flow of information. Amidst the torrent of information and almost uncontrollable virality, we need to pause and ask, are we truly witnessing a monumental event, or merely captivated by a story construct that may not be true? Is the arrival of Jimin and Jungkook in the US and Jimmy Fallon's role in this narrative a solid fact, or just an illusion shaped by algorithms and mass expectations?